Hello, my friends. Today is day 351, and we're reading Philippians chapter 1 through Philippians chapter 4. But before we get into today's recap, I want to thank you for taking a moment to check out this video. Hopefully, you're finding the yearly Bible reading program enjoyable. Hope you're learning a lot. Hope you're excited about reaching the end of this incredible reading calendar year, and we're excited about doing it all over again in 2026. But if you're interested, please take a moment to check out www.selflesschurch.org. And there you will find a registration button that will allow you to participate and join us in the upcoming year as we study the Bible together. Hopefully you will be a part of that. We're going to have a great time joining together, learning together, and just sharing what we're discovering. So please check that out. All right. So today we're reading the book of Philippians, and yet another one of Paul's letters to the church in Philippi. And this is not another letter to the church of Philippi, another one of Paul's letters among other letters, but this one is addressed to the church in Philippi. And so we see through the various letters that Paul gave us the character of these churches. Every church seemingly has a different focus, a different need, a different culture. And Paul seemingly is able to identify those in each one of his letters. Now, Philippians is a very beautiful letter because it seems to be all of them are pastoral. But Paul is uniquely transparent in this letter because the church of Philippi seems to have something that some of the other churches are lacking. And that is a sense of awareness of how they play a role in sharing the message of Jesus Christ. And they consider themselves to be, or at least Paul considers them to be, partners with him in that effort. And they seem to get that. They get the fact that they are called to be assistants that journey together, or work together, should I say, to share the message. And so the letter is very light in that there are no particular or heavy criticisms. There's a lot of encouragement, a lot of here's what I'm doing to help you, and thank you for what you're doing to help me. Now, one of the things that has become very popular about the epistle to the letter to the Philippians is chapter 2, right? Where he talks about the church's responsibility to have an attitude like Christ and to live in that sort of humility that Christ exemplified. But another thing that's pretty incredible is just how he starts the letter off. He starts the letter off giving them an incredible explanation of what preaching should do, what his preaching has done, not only for those who heard it, but for him as well, his kind of commitment to it. You also see him talk about those who don't have the same motive, right? And how he, even in that, finds a reason to celebrate, because ultimately what matters is that Christ is being preached. And so in this letter, Paul has healthy reflection of his work for Christ, his work in Christ, and then his aspirations to be with Christ, right? And so Philippians encourages the writer, or the reader, to join in with this sacrificial life that has a promise to provide the one who sacrifices with an eternal inheritance with God eternally. All right. So that is the ultimate point. I mean, the point of this letter, that we're all doing what we need to do. We're all sacrificing. We're all submitting ourselves to the hardships of Christ, right? But we have a hope that we are going to one day be glorified with Christ, that this humiliation will one day be turned into glorification. And so Paul, in encouraging the Philippians, he obviously does what every good apostle would do. He sends assistants. Timothy is one who he speaks very highly of. Epaphroditus is another who he speaks very highly of. And he's giving them what they need to remain encouraged as a church. And that's one thing I love about Paul. We get to really see that at this point in the reading because Paul has taken the moment to slow down and really give us insight to how he is pastoring. I have been enjoying this part of the reading this year because we often talk about the Paul that's always on the go, always moving, always reaching, always trying to get one more saint, one more believer, should I say. But we don't get time and we don't take time to process the Paul that is diligently pastoring pastors and then pastoring congregations who need to be informed about how to live as new communities in Christ. So this is really engaging, really good for me, really helpful for me, especially at this particular stage in my life. And I hope you can gain from it, whether you're a leader or whether you're, someone who is a part of our ministry, maybe even new to the faith. Hopefully these passages can give you an understanding of what the church should look like and what your leader should be doing as well. So leave me your comments in the comment box below. Let me know what you're thinking, what stood out to you. There are a number of great passages here, but what were the things that stood out to you? Let me know, and we can engage in the comment section. Until next time, thank you for watching. Take care. God bless, and remember, live by the word.